Back at it. We're going to do some more patching on the walls. We've just removed some wallpaper and I've done a little bit of work on the walls. Now I'm going to use the Quickset. You ready to watch this? Stick around. Okay, I've got all the walls prepped, ready to install the Quickset. Got everything cleaned up, checked out for all the nail heads that were loose, and some of them were popping, and so I had to gouge those out and set those up along in here. And there was a high bulge area here, and there was even a loose piece of tape right there, so I had to take that off too. And look what I found! Somebody's here to join me. Look at this. My Uncle Eddie and my Papa Joe. What are you guys doing?
Papa Joe, making sure you got it right.
You're making sure I do a good job, is that it?
Looks good.
Or do you want to learn something too?
You can do that too.
Yeah.
Okay, you keep watching me, and maybe you can do it next time. What about
I
that?
don't think so.
I think it's going to be too fast.
Okay.
You might teach us.
All right.
We're inspecting.
Okay, they're here to check and make sure I do a good job for you and do all the patches right. Well, I guess the next step is to get into the Quickset and start mixing it up. Get ready to go.
Click.
I'm getting ready to mix up my Quickset. I'm not going to show you exactly how to mix this up on this particular video. Time to start putting some Quickset on the wall. I've got just a 3-inch putty knife. It's actually a drywall knife.
It's fine.
Okay. And I could use a 4-inch if I had one, or even a 6-inch, but these patches aren't that big, and I'm just trying to concentrate on just the small little area. Okay?
Yeah.
Not hard to do. If you've been watching my channel, I've got all kinds of videos that will help you with your patches. And what I need to do is put them on a playlist on my main channel page. But for the time being, I don't have that. By the time this video comes out, I might, though. So you could go on my main channel page, scroll down to the playlists, and see if it's there. Okay, so the first coat, you're only going to be able to put on so much before you just have to leave it alone. Now,
Sand it a little bit.
I guess I could use my 6-inch knife since I have it right here, and then I can do the whole thing in one go. But even still, I'm only going to get it so smooth. Okay, I'm going to have to let that dry, and that's why I like using Quickset, because it's not going to take very long for it to dry, and I can keep doing my other patches while this one's drying. Okay, try to work in a sequence. Try to be careful and think about your project on how you're going to start doing it, so that you can start getting your biggest patches done first, so that they can be drying before you start working on your small patches.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to leave that dry. We'll go on to the next little patch. Since I'm right here, I don't necessarily have to do my webbing tape patches first. I can hit these small little patches too.
Yeah.
Okay, that one I made the determination that I did not have to put webbing tape over it. Okay, so sometimes you need to put webbing tape, and sometimes you don't have to put webbing tape. Okay, I'm going to do the main patches first before I come back and get all the small little dribs and drabs. I still got my 3-inch knife here, and I've just because this is an inside little corner, I'm just trying to kind of push it in. I put some mud on there and push it into the tape, okay? Don't just try to coat the outside of your tape. More times than not, when you're doing a flat wall, a flat patch, it automatically is going to go inside, okay? But if you got a void in there, you can kind of press it in there a little bit, right? And again, if you had a 4-inch putty knife, you could use that, or a 6. I'm basically showing you, if you only have a few putty knives, drywall knives, you can still get your patch done. Okay, just pushing it, and that mud, if you can imagine, is going right through that tape. And now the tape is sandwiched in between Quickset and the back side of the tape and all that. Okay, ooh, get that out of there.
Ooh.
Okay, so just keep putting it on. See why I needed that webbing tape? You can put webbing tape. You had just paper tape, you'd have to pack that full first. And you could do that. You could pack it full with Quickset and then put your paper tape, you know, put more Quickset on there, put your tape on there, then get back into your mud. Back and forth you go. I just don't really like doing that. Then your hands start getting mud on them. You got to keep wiping them off if you're not careful with the paper tape and all that. You saw how easy it was when I just put that on. You know, cutting it and putting it on and all that. Alright. Okay, so now I can kind of go back and see if I can put a little bit more on there and fill up the remaining amount. And because this is an inside corner, I'm going to have to kind of figure out how I ultimately want to finish that. You know, with a straight tight edge or a kind of a rounded edge, if you will. But I'm only going to get it as good as I can with this first coat, concentrating to keep my mud covering the webbing tape. On some of the webbing tape, if some of it peeks out, that's okay. You don't have to get it perfect, because we're going to go over this again with another coat. We'll make it that much smoother. Okay, now this is getting actually pretty good just with this first little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can do this. Have a light, got a light touch on here. No heavy-handedness when it comes to putting this stuff on, and you'll get the hang of it. On small patches, good thing is you learn a lot on how to put it on, how to get it out of your pan, how to mix up the mud. You're working on a small little thing. There's not much you can do to mess it up. You know, this will get you better for when you have a nice big patch to do. You'll feel comfortable in knowing that, hey, if I can do it, Joe, an average Joe can do it, you can do it too.
Can you go down vertical?
What
Can you go down vertical on that?
I'm not going to on this time. I'm just getting it straight this way. Get it as flat as I can. If you got a few ridges, don't worry about it. We can take those off before we apply the next coat. There you go.
How many mix it?
Hey, you. That's all I got for today. But I'll be back with more
Ask him
videos.
how many.
All right, Pops, you ready to go home?
Yes.
Okay.
How many pixels does he have? He said no.